Good morning children, welcome to class 5 mathematics.
Let us see the next part in fractions. Let us see few sums in exercise 4.1. Type 2 equivalent fraction for each colored region. So the first is a circle, it has been divided into 8 equal parts and 2 is shaded. So what you do, you write the fraction as 2 by 8. Again you need to write the equivalent fraction for this 2 by 8. So what you do, you divide this circle into 16 equal parts. Already it is divided into 8 equal parts. So you divide it into 16 equal parts. So 16 equal parts mean the shaded part will be 4 and the total number of parts will be 16. So you write it as 4 by 16. And you see the figure given below to see how it is divided into 16 equal parts. Look at the next sum. So it is a grid with 12 boxes, out of it 9 is shaded. So the fraction you will write it as 9 by 12. So how do you write the equivalent fraction for it? So you divide each row again into 2 equal parts. So when you divide each row, you will get the total number of parts as 24. So the shaded region is 18 and the total number of part is 24. So you will write the equivalent fraction as 18 by 24. Look at the next sum. Complete each table of equivalent fraction. So table A, you should multiply the numerator and the denominator by 2, 3, 5 and 6 for the given fraction. So what is the given fraction here? 1 by 2. So what you do, you will multiply 1 by 2 with 2 and with the numerator and the denominator. So you get the answer as 2 by 4, and when you multiply it by 3 you get 3 by 6. When you multiply it by 5 you get 5 by 10, and when you multiply it by 6 you get 6 by 12. Look at the next table. You should divide the numerator and the denominator by 2, 3, 5 and 6 for the fraction 30 by 60. So when you divide 30 by 60 with 2, you get the fraction as 15 by 30, and when you divide 30 by 60 by 3, you get the fraction as 10 by 20, and when you divide by 5 you get 6 by 12, and when you divide by 6 you get 5 by 10. Let us see the next sum in exercise 4.1. Fill in each box to make an equivalent fraction. Here 1 by 4 is given and the equivalent fraction, the denominator is given but numerator is not given. So in the denominator you have 8. So 4 multiplied by what will give you 8? So it is 2. So 4 into 2 is 8. So you multiply 2 in the numerator also. So 1 into 2 is equal to 2. So the equivalent fraction for 1 by 4 is equal to 2 by 8. The next sum, 4 by 3 is equal to dash by 9. So the denominator is given as 9. So 3 multiplied by what will give you 9? 3. So 3 into 3 is equal to 9. So in the numerator also you will multiply by 3. So 4 into 3 is equal to 12. Look at the next sum, 3 by 8. So 8 into 2 will give you 16. So you multiply 2 in the numerator also. 3 into 2 is equal to 6. The same way you will do the next sum also. 3 by 4 is equal to dash by 16. So 4 into 4 will give you 16. So you multiply 4 in the numerator. So 3 into 4 is equal to 12. So the equivalent fraction for 3 by 4 is equal to 12 by 16. The next sum, complete the following. 2 by 3 is equal to dash by 6 is equal to 6 by dash is equal to 8 by dash is equal to dash by 15. You need to find out the equivalent fraction for all these missing numerators and denominators. So 2 by 3 is given here. So what multiplied by 3 will give you 6, 2. So the same 2 you will multiply in the numerator also to get 4 by 6. So 2 by 3 is equal to 4 by 6. Next, 6 by dash. So already you know if you multiply by 3 you will get 6. So in the denominator also you will multiply by 3. So 3 into 3 you will get 9. So 2 by 3 is also equal to 6 by 9. Okay, now take the next number, 8 by dash. So what multiplied with 2 will give you 8? 4. So 2 into 4 is equal to 8 and 3 multiplied by 4 will give you 12. So another equivalent fraction is 8 by 12. Come to the next number, it is dash by 15. So denominator is given. So 3 multiplied by what will give you 15? 5. So 3 into 5 is equal to 15. The same way you will multiply to the numerator also by 5. So it is 2 into 5 is equal to 10. So 2 by 3 is equal to 4 by 6 is equal to 6 by 9 is equal to 8 by 12 is equal to 10 by 15. Let us go to the next sum. Type each fraction in lower term. So lower term means you will divide. Higher term means you will multiply. So here to find out the lower term we will divide. So 3 by 12 is given. So the lowest term, how do you find out? You will find out the common factors between the numerator and the denominator. So the common factor between the two is 3. So you divide 3 with the numerator and the denominator. So when you divide in the numerator, 3 divided by 3 is 1 and 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4. So the lowest term of 3 by 12 is 1 by 4. The same way 8 by 40. So the common factor between 8 and 40 is 8. Here 8 is the highest factor. You can also divide by 2 as it is ending with 0 and 8. You can also divide by 2. But here I take the highest factor, that is 8. So 8 divided by 8 is 1 and 40 divided by 8 is 5. So the lowest term for 8 by 40 is 1 by 5. Next sum is find the equivalent fraction of 3 by 5 with the denominator 20. So you need to find out the equivalent fraction for 3 by 5, but the denominator is given as 20. So what multiplied by 5 will give you 20? 5 into 4 is equal to 20. So you multiply 4 in the numerator also. 3 into 4 is equal to 12. So the equivalent fraction for 3 by 5 is equal to 12 by 20. The next heading we are going to see is reducing a fraction to its lowest term. What is the lowest term? How do you reduce a fraction? A fraction is in its lowest term when the numerator and the denominator have no common factor except 1. So let us see here 4 by 8 is given here. The figure is given as it is divided into 8 equal parts and 4 is shaded. So the fraction is 4 by 8. So you divide 4 by 8 with its common factor 2. So 4 divided by 2 will give you 2 and 8 divided by 2 will give you 4. So again 2 by 4, it has a common factor 2. So again you divide 2 divided by 2 and 4 divided by 2. So you get the equivalent fraction as 1 by 2. Here there is no common factor between the two except 1. So 1 by 2 is in the lowest term. So the lowest term for 4 by 8 is 1 by 2. There are two methods in finding the lowest term. One is by dividing the numerator and the denominator by their common factor, one of the common factors that is greater than 1, and the method 2 is divide the numerator and the denominator by their highest common factor. So you can use either one method to find out the lowest term. Let us see an example. Reduce 16 by 48 to its lowest term. Here we will use both the method 1 and 2 here to find out the lowest term. Method 1, we will find out the common factors, one of their common factors greater than 1 to find its lowest term. Okay, so 16 by 48. So the common factor between 16 and 48 is 2. So 16 divided by 2 and 48 divided by 2 will give you 8 by 24. So again you can divide 8 by 24 by 2. So 8 divided by 2 and 24 divided by 2 will give you 4 by 12. So 4 by 12 you can again divide with 2 both in the numerator and the denominator. Then you get the fraction as 2 by 6. So again you divide 2 by 6 with the common factor 2. So 2 divided by 2 and 6 divided by 2 will give you 1 by 3. Let us see the method 2. In this method, we have to find the HCF of 16 and 48. We have already studied, right, in multiples and factors. So how do you find out the HCF? First, you write the factors of 16 and then you write the factors of 48. So you circle the common factors and then find the highest common factor between 16 and 48. So the highest common factor between 16 and 48 is 16. So now you will divide the given fraction by the HCF. So 16 divided by 16 and 48 divided by 16 will give you 1 by 3 as the answer. Let us see few problems in exercise 4.2. First one, reduce to the lowest term. So 5 by 10 is the given sum here. So I divide by common factor between the two. So 5 and 10, the common factor is 5. So you divide 5 by 5 and 10 by 5. So the answer is 1 by 2. The next sum is 6 by 12. Here I divide the 6 by 12 by the highest common factor. So 6 by 12 means I divide both by 6. So 6 divided by 6 and 12 divided by 6 will give you 1 by 2 as the answer. So 6 by 12 is equal to 1 by 2 is in its lowest term. Go on to the next sum. Reduce to the lowest term by dividing the numerator and the denominator by their common factors. So 2 by 10. 2 by 10, the common factor between 2 and 10 is 2. So 2 divided by 2 and 10 divided by 2 will give you 1 by 5. The third sum is 5 by 10. The common factor between 5 and 10 is 5. So 5 divided by 5 and 10 divided by 5 is 1 by 2. Then the third sum, 18 by 27. Here you cannot find the highest factor between these two numbers. So you find out the common factor between 18 and 27. So the common factor between 18 and 27 is 3. So 18 divided by 3 and 27 divided by 3 will give you 6 by 9. So again you divide 6 and 9 with your common factor which is 3. So 6 divided by 3 and 9 divided by 3 will give you 2 by 3 as its lowest term. Go on to the next sum, 14 by 49. So the common factor between 14 and 49 is 7. So 14 divided by 7 and 49 divided by 7 will give you 2 by 7. Take the next sum, 8 by 16. 8 divided by 8 and 16 divided by 8. So here I use method 2. The highest common factor between 8 and 16 is 8. So when you divide, you get the lowest term as 1 by 2. Let us see the next sum. Reduce to the lowest term by dividing the numerator and the denominator by their HCF. So first you will find out the HCF for 42 and 56. So the factors for 42 are 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 14, 21 and 42. And the factors for 56 is 1, 2, 4, 7, 8, 14, 28 and 56. So the common factors are 1, 2, 7, 14. So the HCF of 42 and 56 is 14. So what you will do? You will divide this 42 by 56 by the HCF. So HCF is 14. So 42 divided by 14 and 56 divided by 14 will give you the lowest term as 3 by 4. The same way you will do with 36 by 81 also. The factors of 36 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18 and 36. And the factors of 81 are 1, 3, 9, 27, 81. So the common factors between these two are 1, 3 and 9. So the HCF is 9 here. Now you divide 36 and 81 by 9. So 36 divided by 9 and 81 divided by 9 will give you 4 by 9 as its lowest term. I have given few homework sums. Please try to do that. Hope you would have understood the concept. Thank you, children.